Hey, it's Cherish. I just wanted to address something today, and I'm glad that you guys are here in this challenge with us. I think it's fun to get a group of people together and see what everybody else is eating. That's why I want you to post pictures of your food so you can share, give each other ideas. Plus, it seriously is big accountability when you're required to post pictures of your food. I know it takes a few extra minutes out of your day to stop and take a picture, but it really holds you accountable and makes you think twice about, snacking more than you need to throughout the rest of the day. I noticed that conscious eating is a big thing, and we'll talk more about that during this challenge. But today I wanted to address meal planning and why it's important. I gave you a printable weekly meal planner that I want you to fill out. So you just print it and fill out each meal for each day so you know ahead of time what you're going to eat. I mean, even look through it each day to see what you have planned for the next day and make sure that you go through it. And tip of the day that I'm going to tell you is the reason this makes it so much easier is I know there's 10 recipes in the recipe section. You don't have to use every recipe on there. You don't have to use one new one each day. Because I noticed that if you pick your favorites and you stick with the same foods, first, it makes grocery shopping easier. Second, you have less leftovers because you're eating the same thing, every other day or this next day. You can have the same foods. You don't have to just throw away all your leftovers. So if you pick, say even 5 recipes in a week for dinner, and you can have the same thing every other day, or have the same thing Monday and Wednesday. So then it makes it really easy when you're prepping your meal for Monday. Then you can actually double the recipe and save the leftovers for Wednesday. Or if it's a recipe that freezes good, then you can double, sometimes I even triple the recipe because it's so much easier to just chop everything up, cook it all at the same time. You have leftovers, and my family doesn't. I don't mind leftovers, but my family, they don't eat leftovers like they should. So instead of having leftovers and make them eat that same thing, all week long, I will put it in the freezer. So, next month when I'm in a bind one day, or just one day I don't feel like cooking, I pull it out of the freezer, let it thaw, and that's what we have. So meal planning, it makes it so much easier. You'll save money because you won't be buying as much of a variety of foods. It's fun to try new recipes, but find the ones you love, and there's nothing wrong with sticking to the ones you love and doubling your recipes and using that same meal over and over again. So I hope that helps. And don't be afraid to try new recipes, but once you find one, you can use it more than once, and that's okay. And it makes meal planning and prepping a lot easier if you, look at what you're having tomorrow for lunch and think about it tonight. Take a few extra minutes tonight. Prepare it if it needs cooked, and that way by lunch tomorrow, it's already done, and all you have to do is eat. You don't have to think about stopping to cook another meal. That's kind of what I did with my menu tonight, like a dinner tonight. I prepped a meal, but I actually doubled the recipe because the same thing is on the menu for tomorrow for lunch. So there I have it in the fridge. It's ready to just warm up tomorrow, and I don't have to worry about prepping the same thing 2 days in a row. So it makes it a lot easier, saves time and stress when it comes to meal planning. I don't want meal planning to be a big, huge chore, but if you put forth a little bit of extra effort now, it'll save time later when that meal time comes. And I think after 10 days, if you do this, then you'll start to see that it might be easier for you, and hopefully you can continue that on and it'll help you throughout the rest of the year and next year and throughout the rest of your life, because meals are something you need to do for the rest of your life. Fun, huh? I know, right? Well, hope you have a good night, and I hope to see more of your foods tomorrow. I'm excited to see what you guys have planned for your meals. Have a good night.